I am Jane, and I am the founder of Snapdragon Life and the Studio Club. And I'm here really as a little bit of an experiment today. Because the thing is, if you get two or more owners of small businesses in a room together these days, what they talk about is what are we going to do to find an audience, to find people, to find customers after social media. How are we going to connect with people? How will people know that we're here? Because, quite frankly, Twitter, well, things, but also things like Instagram feel really precarious at the moment. There is a great problem with people just being suddenly locked out of their accounts. Their accounts closed down. There are accounts that people have spent maybe 5-6 years building up and then they're just trashed overnight. So there's a lot of feeling about where do we go from here? Is it starting back with blogs, which fortunately I didn't ever stop with that. So things like Substack for people who don't have blogs on their websites. Is it things like YouTube? Do we do Pinterest? And it's trying to work out exactly what it is that makes a good use of time and also is a proper, honest connection. Because I don't want to just be like an advertorial. That's not my kind of business. So, I sent out a newsletter this morning and it was about veneers and patina and how as you grow older it's easier in many ways to get rid of all of that glossy front that sometimes we put up. And I talked about sort of come as you are, and I thought I'll just go down and I will film a short bit in the studio about what I'm going to be doing today. So I got down here and we had a bad storm overnight. And the door that goes from the main studio out onto the die deck had blown open. And everything in the studio that wasn't pinned down headed over to that side. So everything's off my desk, it's lying on the floor, it's obviously been trashed around. Everything I had waiting to be dyed is on the floor. It's just a terrible mess. And I got down here and I thought, I can't do the filming in this kind of state. I better tidy it all up. And then I thought back to my newsletter and I thought, no, come as you are. That's the whole point of being able to post things on the internet. I don't want to be kind of like a one-person, high production kind of thing. That would just drive me nuts. So it's just whether I can, once a week, come on to here, talk directly to the camera about what I'm doing, what I'm interested in, what's happened during the week, and then post that on. So, today, once I've pressed the switch button, the off switch button on this, I am going to, my first thing, before I even tidy up, is I'm going to iron this piece. This is a piece of eco-printing that I did at a workshop last night. The workshop is by Elizabeth Vichy-Coulshaw, who is an incredible eco-printer who's based in Glasgow. She's been showing us how to do it on paper. This was my piece that I did last night. You can see up here, this is what I'm going to be interested in. These are flowers. This is a cosmos. This is just like a normal cosmos. This is like a dying cosmos, as in for natural dyeing, not half dead. And then leaves at the bottom. But it's all of this that I'm very excited to get into. So I'm going to iron that, and then I'm going to pin it up on my notice board behind me, and then I'm going to tidy up. So I'm posting this up, partly as an experiment to see what it feels like to do it, how long it takes, whether anybody actually even watches it. But I hope you do. And if you do, and you want to get onto my newsletter, there is a link here where you can just listen to today's newsletter as well. Make a bit more sense. Bye.